Look out, Middle Tennessee. Benny is on the beat. Here comes your host, Benny Pulley, going in-depth with singer-songwriters and musicians from across Music City and beyond, with live performances straight from historic WLIJ Studio B right here in Shelbyville. Benny on the Beat on WLIJ is sponsored by Black and Blue Sports. Now, let's see what we've got here. Here's Benny Pulley.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. We're here with Twangtown Paramours, and we got Mike and Mary Beth, and we're going to learn a little bit about them and what they've been doing. I heard y'all just got back from touring.
We're sort of, we just got back from the Midwest.
Midwest, okay.
We're heading to England in about a month.
Oh, boy.
So we're kind of not done until about October.
All right. Well, now, where did you play out in the Midwest?
We were in 2 gigs in Indiana, one in Chicago, and
one in Michigan.
Right. Michigan, cool. Yeah,
awesome.
It was quick.
so quick. How long were you out there?
We were gone for 5 days. We had 4 shows in 5 days.
Wow. 4 shows in 5 days. Well, you're busy.
Yeah,
that's a busy week right there.
It was fun. Yeah, it was quick.
Okay. Yeah. So were you all over the Midwest, or you may already said?
Yeah, we went to Indiana and then Michigan and then Chicago and then Indiana again. And
then
came back.
Then came back.
They just came full circle.
Now, I've got a curious question, and you can answer if you want to.
Okay.
Twangtown Paramour, where did the name come from?
Okay. So Twangtown is a nickname for Nashville.
Nashville, I know. Mm-hmm.
Paramours, we thought sounded cool.
Yeah.
But it means illicit lovers.
Uh-huh.
But we're married.
Yeah.
So we are illicit lovers. Everything we do, especially on the radio, is very illicit.
Very illicit. Very appropriate.
Above the law. Yeah. That's right.
That's right. No Bonnie and Clyde stories here, right?
No.
Well, I figured awesome. Twangtown music lovers. I figured maybe.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, I see.
I like that a lot. Illicit music lovers.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Now, are y'all big fans of certain types of music, or do you just tend to? I know y'all do a little bit of everything.
We do.
We do a little bit of everything.
We do a little bit of everything. We like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
That's me. I think if you're a music lover, you like a little bit of all of it. Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm old rock. I like the old rock. I love the country. You know, I got a lot of gospel I love, you know, so.
I love gospel music, too.
Oh, I do, too, yeah.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Well, you guys do Americana, folk, and blues, and you've got all kinds of, awards for your catalog and all kinds of different accolades. How did you get into the Americana, folk, and blues scene in particular? What made you choose that?
When Mary Beth and I first started playing together in 2009, it's just, I'm not sure, the music I was writing started to gravitate towards country Americana. And then when we put together our first album in 2010, we brought it around to some Americana promoters. They said, this isn't really Americana enough. Try the folk folks.
Right.
So we went to a folk promoter. She goes, "Oh yeah, this is
perfect."
Yeah, I didn't know at the time. It was just like, well, this is the music we want to put out, and it kind of fell in the categories it started to fall into.
It's just kind of how it came out. And Mike was having other people. We were dating before we started playing together.
Oh, that's interesting.
So we dated for a couple years.
About a year.
Yeah. And he was paying all these people to sing his demos, and I kept thinking, I could do that. But I didn't say anything.
I
didn't say anything. I was like, okay, I'm just keep my mouth shut. And then finally he played me this song. It was Valentine's Day.
Right.
He played me a song that he'd written. It's on our first record called Nowhere to Go. And he was going to have somebody else demo it. And I was like, because he had a studio in his house. I said, let's go downstairs and let me see what I can do with that.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, because I knew him and I knew I would take the time to sing it the way I thought it should be sung, not the way you wrote it.
Now we're married.
Now we're married.
Okay.
And so we had dinner reservations, and we missed them because we started recording, and we were like, oh, we might have something here.
Yeah, right.
So
the
that's
magic
how it really started. Yeah. It was interesting. I will tell you, he still hears things a little bit differently sometimes when he's writing it than the way I sing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
And we have, I will say, disagreements about it.
Well, in a way, actually, what happens is
We'll be right back.
I will
the song's
say,
never quite done until Mary Beth sings it, because it starts to change.
Yeah.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
hear it differently than sometimes what he.
Well, a lot of
he writes
times
it.
when you get a songwriter and you get the artist that's singing it, they interpret it a different way to them.
Yes.
Right.
And then it usually comes across most of the time better than what the songwriter usually intended for it to be.
Well,
That is the hope.
They get the soul behind it, which puts the effort in it, makes it sound like a real song.
That's music production.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, she's a way better singer than I am,
Uh-huh.
and so I let that happen. That's a good thing.
Oh,
Most
yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
I will say I do have to kind of negotiate sometimes. I'll be like, okay, because he, when he writes it, he hears it a certain way in his head, and then when I hear it, I'm singing it a little bit different. Like the notes will be different, or the rhythm's different,
Right.
or whatever. And he'll be like, I'm not sure I like how you're doing that. I'll be like, just let me keep working on it, and you just sit back a little and kind of let it sink in. He has to kind of sit with what I do every once in a while for a while, and then it usually comes around.
Yeah.
But not
Most
always.
husbands do usually come around.
Yes, dear.
I'm going on 50 years, so I know they usually come around.
It usually comes around to kind of my way of, I say, but a lot of like if he'll say but I always try whatever he asks me to try in the studio. He'll be like, try this, okay. So we'll try whatever. We try a lot of stuff in terms of notes and tempos and rhythms and stuff, and then we kind of decide what we like the best because we have different ideas about
Yeah.
it.
Well,
But
I just know you said came around to my way of thinking. That was the song, wasn't
That
it?
is a song. I can't remember who did it, but it's in our
I can't either, but
library.
it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, what can y'all play for us? First of all, what song would you like to play? And
Let's do Old Friends. This is the one people seem to like off our new album. I think they like it the best. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Old Friends?
Old
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it, y'all.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Old friends, don't ask too many questions, never need directions, they know right where you live. Old friends, Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, really good.
Now, that's off this new album you got, The Wind Will Change.
The Wind Will Change Again,
Okay.
yes.
Now is this one the one that just got released?
It got released January 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
January 3rd this year.
Mm-hmm.
So go check that out. Where could they find that album out there?
They can find it on Spotify.
It's
Apple.
on all the streaming
The
services.
usual,
Yeah.
the usual
stuff.
Any place
spots.
anybody streams, it's on there. And then if they actually want a copy, if people actually want a CD,
They have to write to us.
they have
on
to
our
write to us
website.
because we don't.
That's
really,
okay.
That's the only place we sell it.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's not worth it anymore. Nobody's got a CD player. Very few people.
Yeah.
we do.
I've got 5, but nobody.
So you've got some to share.
Yeah, we have a few. Just a few.
Right. So what is your guys' website if they want to go on and check you out?
The Twangtown Paramours.com.
And Paramours is spelled, I'm going to read your hat.
Paramours.
That's right.
right.
That's what his hat says.
All right.
Yeah.
Twangtown Paramours.
That's why he wears it. So if he forgets how to spell it, he can just take it off.
Pull it off.
Hang on.
Here it is, folks, right there.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
All right, so the song "Old Friends," how did it come about? Did you write that one yourself?
We wrote it together. It's really mostly Mary Beth's song.
Okay.
So I wrote it. I worked at a resort in Michigan in the summers when I was in college, and I was in the band there. It was like an Appaloosa, like a working resort.
Okay.
People came for the week or for the weekend, and the people that were in the band there, and I have been friends with them for 3 decades now.
Right.
And they're the kind of friends, and I bet y'all have friends like this that you don't get to see all the time.
Yep.
But when you do, it's like no time has passed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I wanted to honor that friendship, and I felt like a lot of people have those kind of
Oh yeah. I've
friendships.
got my best friends in high school. We met in 9th grade, and we're still friends. Matter of fact, he does some of the liners on our radio station.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah.
Shout out, Rob.
Yeah. No, shout out, Rob.
So we just wanted to I wanted to honor that kind of friendship, because if we're lucky, we have a few of those in our life.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's good to have, because those are the people you can talk to about anything, mostly, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they remember you. They've known you the longest.
Yeah, exactly. So when did you write it?
Last year.
Last year?
I think it was last year.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, as always, how long did it take? I know sometimes you
write
get
the
it.
song?
Yeah, sometimes you get it just like that.
Question.
That is a good question, actually.
I don't think it was that long. What happened was I wrote it, and I gave it to Mike because he's like the fixer.
Right.
I write it and go, here,
There you go.
you fix it. And we had I had a bridge.
Okay.
And he really liked what the bridge said, but he thought the last verse was like, that's not quite right. So he took the bridge and rewrote it to be the last verse.
Got you.
And then he looked at me and he said, I think you have a better melody in you. Back to the lab and go fix that melody.
Yeah.
So I kind of was not happy about that, because I thought that was a good melody. But I listened to him and I messed around and came back with a melody and then sang it again. He said, okay, that's it.
That's it. That's
So
it.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that took. It was a couple weeks. I'm not a fast writer. I tend to be. Mike's a much faster writer than I am.
Yeah.
Things have to sit with me for a while.
Sort of simmer
okay.
and think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do some writing from time to time as well, and I remember one of my first writing sessions I did for like TV and film or something. The guy doing the lyrics for the song was like, let me take the instrumental track and live with it for a couple days. Live with it, right? So no, seriously, like you live with it for a little bit, you get to know the spirit of the song, kind of, so to speak, and then that's when you might come up with something else.
Yeah. Changing the melody was the hardest thing for me. The lyrics come really quickly, but it was changing the melody. And that song, which is a big songwriter trick, is I had written like a bunch of couplets. So, there's half of each section of the verse rhymes.
Right.
So I had a bunch of them. I probably had like 30 or 40 of them. And then I kept writing them, and then I just kept taking the ones that I like the best.
Right.
And seeing what fit together, and that's how the song ended up being written. But yeah, Mike very wisely took the bridge and made it the last verse.
Well, the other thing...
that was the whole point of the song, was the bridge.
Yeah.
Right. So I didn't want that going. It just didn't need a bridge.
Right.
Not every song needs a bridge or a tunnel or excavation or a road, you know.
Or a moat.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'd like to ask you guys about your backgrounds individually. Mike, we were talking about this in the lobby. You wrote a #1 platinum pop hit for in Korea. It was the second biggest selling female ballad of all time.
Over there, yeah.
Whoa, what? Tell me all about that. Start from the beginning.
I wrote the song. I had been writing, like rock tunes as a songwriter, hoping to get them placed with rock bands.
Right.
Yeah.
And one day I was working on that for quite a while, and one day a friend of mine, a drummer, says on the phone, he goes, Mike, most of those rock bands write their own songs. And I went, he goes, what would really work is like one of those Whitney Houston tunes or Michael Bolton tunes. I said, I could write one of those. He goes, no, you can't. They're not so easy. I said, I could do that. He goes, no, you can't. I said, yeah, I can. I'm going to do it for you.
Yeah, watch me.
And so I did.
Yeah.
I wrote the tune, just kind of like on spec. What would this thing sound like? Well, it ended up better than it was supposed to be. So, and I sent it around to a number of places. A number of people were interested, but it wasn't quite right. And I let it sit there for a while.
Sure.
And about 5-6 years later, I looked at it again. I started sending it around. And it ended up in L.A. at a songwriter showcase, a thing called the Los Angeles Songwriter Showcase.
Okay.
And that was a thing where they had every week a different A&R person or producer would show up, and they would listen to 30 or 60 songs, I forget. People in the audience or people would send a tape in, cassette, and that producer might take it or not. Well, in that audience was a Korean producer, and I got a phone call the next day. He goes, listen, I got this young girl. We're waiting for her to graduate from high school. Wow. And then we're gonna I want this song. And so that's how it happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. #1 platinum, you said. Sure.
Yeah, it was over a million copies. Yeah.
Wow.
I get money from it now. It's not like I've gotten rich from it, but I still 26 or 7 years later still get
residuals of it.
Karaoke money, download money, ringtone money.
It was
real weird.
The soap operas are really popular in South Korea.
Oh, yeah, there's soap operas.
And it's they give each character a theme song.
That sounds about right.
And so that song has been the theme song of a couple people, characters. I have friends who watch.
Really? Yeah. Now you're telling me.
That's where the mailbox money's coming from.
And that's where some of that money's coming from, because they play, a little bit of it as somebody's, like, when the character walks on, comes into the
scene.
Yeah, into the scene.
We're fighting about
song. I'm going to start watching more soap operas.
So a friend of mine's daughters are big, they're big Korean soap operas, and they were telling me that they were like, oh yeah, I've heard that song. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, they're funny.
That's pretty cool,
so
man.
They
now
play,
I find this out. Okay.
They play the melody or whatever. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to have to take a little break. I'm so interested in talking. I'm not really going to take no break, but we're going to take a break. Brandon, take us to break.
Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on 114 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
At United Communications, we're more than just fast internet. We're your local connection to reliability and service you can count on right here in Bedford County. With fiber fast speeds and a team in your community, we keep you connected when it matters most. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from people who care. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications. Fast, local internet.
Clanton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Clanton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders and delivery are available. If you're in the market for heavy equipment, Clanton has you covered too. They have everything from skid steers, backhoes, and mini excavators. Clanton Pipe and Supply, 931-684-4847, 904 Madison Street, Shelbyville.
Hi, this is Benny Pulley with Benny's Woodworks and Discounts. We have proudly been serving the woodworking community since 1982. I would like for you to check out our website, bennyswoodworks.com. If you're like me and you're a woodworker or a crafter, you'll enjoy visiting the site. Everything from hinges, knobs, spindles, pulls, screws, to all kinds of wood turning and supplies. We've got it. And if you don't see it on the site, hey, just give me a call. 1-800-255-1335. And let me know. I just might have it. Benny'sWoodworks.com. All right, this is Benny Pulley on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. Welcome to the show, Benny and the Beat. All right, here we go. We got a new song coming up, and I think it's going to be off their latest album, The Wind Will Change Again. Is that the song we're playing?
That is. It's the name of the album, name of the song.
Cool.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Title track.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
They say it's gonna flood, water's gonna boom. The weatherman predicts only gloom and doom. A storm is coming and it looks like this is the end. But remember, darling, the wind will change again. Rain is gonna pour, hills are gonna slide, earth will turn to mud, there'll be no place to hide. The storm is coming and it looks like this is the end. But remember, darling, the wind will change again. The sun will shine on some sweet summer day. But until that happens, hold on, darling, so we don't blow away. The temperature will drop, rain will turn to ice. You think that Armageddon is gonna happen twice. The storm is coming and it looks like this is the end. But remember, darling, the wind will change again. The sun will shine on some sweet summer day. But until that happens, hold on, darling, so we don't blow away. Down will turn. It's live.
I'm sorry. They should fire me. I didn't bring my teleprompter.
Day will turn to dark, dark will turn to night. It'll seem like revelation. Preacher's coming bright. The storm is coming and it looks like this is the end. But remember, darling, the wind will change again. Remember, darling, the wind will change again.
Hang on just a minute. I have to make a point that Brandon just made. Producer Brandon, by the way. That sounds like a Beatles song. Was there any Beatle influence in that at all?
Not on purpose. We happen to love the Beatles.
We love the Beatles.
Okay, because I was like, man, when you went to the minor chord a couple
Right,
times,
right.
I was like, I feel like I'm listening to like throwback Beatles. It was so cool.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a compliment, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you went, when you said live, I thought about, remember the commercial? It's Memorex.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Is it live?
Or is it Memorex?
That was not memory.
That was just me being old and forgetting.
That was a little early in the morning for us.
No, I genuinely love that song.
That was
Thank
great.
you guys
Oh,
for
thank you.
playing
Yeah.
it for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great.
Yeah, that was.
Now, who wrote it? You did?
That's all.
Okay.
Mike. Yeah.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
pointing like they can hear.
Yeah.
Well, we do have camera for later.
I wrote it. I admit it.
Yeah. Well, what was the thought? What was the thought in your mind when you came up with the?
Well, I will tell you this: a lot of songs I've written, I don't remember how I wrote them. But
Okay.
this one I do.
Right.
So we did a lot of touring last year, and we were in Vermont a couple of times for an extended period. We kind of used that as a base of operations to
Right.
to play in New England.
Cool.
And there was a lot of rain. There was a lot of storms up in Vermont last year and the year before.
And it wasn't just in the summer. We got snowed in a couple times, too.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in fact, there was 2 years in a row, it was like the same weekend in the summer. There were towns that got washed away.
Wow.
We had a couple of gigs canceled. One because you couldn't get in or out of that town for about a week and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They didn't have electricity or anything.
It was very, very bad. Anyhow, looked out the window and thought we'd write about the weather, but it implies other things.
Right.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
not just about weather.
No, because things do change.
Indeed, things change. It's really a message of hope,
Yeah.
you know, in the face of adversity.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, the wind will change again, whether it's literally, and we're talking about Tennessee.
Yeah.
Because that's the same kind of thing. The weather here.
They say
Yeah.
wait a few minutes and it'll change in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if you're abusing symbolism, so that's a beautiful tune.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I know you wanted to ask Mary Beth.
Yeah. So Mary Beth, you've got quite a background too, starting out with opera and American songbook style of music. With like Dean Martin and Ella Fitzgerald. So tell me about that.
So my mother was a
background.
huge opera fan, and my dad really loved like the Rat Pack, like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, those guys, Sammy Davis Jr. So I grew up listening to both of those things, and my brothers are actually older than me, also played the Beatles, so they were in there too. But my mom wanted me to be an opera singer, so she kind of dragged me around to every like opera voice coach in the DC area, and they all said the same thing, which is she can't sing loud enough. And I was like, thank you, Jesus, because I didn't want to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But I love American songbook stuff, and I still sing it around the house and know a lot of the songs, and someday I'm going to put out a record. That's one of the things I really want to do. That's in fact when Mike and I met. I was working on a jazz thing to play like at Rudy's in Nashville, little jazz places, and that's how we met. When we were in the studio, I was working on those songs. I just did it. Was working on a demo tape to take around to get work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really. But I also love blues. I listen to Bonnie Raitt and Sippy Wallace and some real like, classic blues people growing up. There's really not a kind of music that I don't like. I don't rap. Like I hate to speak when I sing because I have no talent when it comes to that. But really, any other kind of music, I just love it. And gospel church music.
Right.
I'm a big gospel. I love gospel.
Oh,
Me too.
So, who is, how do you pronounce it? Is it Ava or Eva?
Eva Cassidy.
Eva, tell me about Eva.
So, Eva Cassidy was a singer in the D.C. area. She died in 1996. She, after she died, she became really well known in England. And she's got a really, like now in the United States, a lot of people know who she is. She did a lot of American songbook stuff, a lot of gospel-y church music.
Yeah.
And she became really well known after she died. But when she was alive, I sang background vocals for her in the D.C. area, which is where I'm from.
Right. You've got a quote here saying, she taught me to go beyond having fun and hitting the right notes to sing in a way that conveys real emotion.
Right. She was a very emotional singer. Like, she did mostly cover stuff, but every song that she sang, she really made her own.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She does a beautiful version of Over the Rainbow that's really popular. What's the...
She did the one I hear the most is Fields of Gold.
Fields of Gold. She
The
did a
Sting
beautiful
tune?
version of Fields of Gold.
Oh, no way. That's a great song to start
She
with.
sings
And
that
her
one.
songs, like, she has a song placed in the movie Love Actually. You know the movie Love Actually?
Yeah, I think
She's
I
got
do.
a song
Yeah.
placed in that. She's got, you walk into Starbucks, she's singing, like, she's got a lot of song placement and stuff. So she was really wonderful, talented, never studied. Her dad taught her how to play guitar. She taught herself how to sing by listening.
Yeah.
She was a really incredible artist. And if you haven't heard of her, I highly suggest you listen to some of her stuff. Cause
That's very good.
really great.
Yeah, I like you say, I like any kind of music, but tend to like the gospel. I'm a big Elvis fan, so
Okay.
There you go.
listen to Elvis sing gospel. I could listen all day long.
Yeah, that was incredible.
She's got this beautiful version of How Can I Keep From Singing? And she has another beautiful version of Golden Thread.
Oh, wow.
They're just incredible. So if you get a chance, I highly recommend.
You know, when people don't think about it, but a lot of people sing, but they don't have emotion. Like
Right.
when you sang that song, you could feel the emotion that was in you trying to convey that to the listener, you know, and that's the key, I think, to a great artist, you know, so.
Thank you. I think so too. And she was the one that really was like, I was
Right.
always worried about, you know, what I was singing. And she's like,
Is it correct?
right.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know it's, what is it? What are you feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we need to take a break. And then, Brandon, are you ready? All right, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on 114 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
United Communications builds connections you can rely on. Whether it's fast internet for your home or business, our fiber network is designed for your community. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from real people. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications. Fast, local internet.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool and triple-stranded pocketed coils to give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company, 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station, 931-684-5662.
Hi, this is Benny Pulley with Benny's Woodworks and Discounts. We have proudly been serving the woodworking community since 1982. I would like for you to check out our website, bennyswoodworks.com. If you're like me and you're a woodworker or a crafter, you'll enjoy visiting the site. Everything from hinges, knobs, spindles, pulls, screws, to all kinds of wood turning and supplies. We've got it. And if you don't see it on the site, hey, just give me a call. 1-800-255-1335. And let me know. I just might have it. Benny'sWoodworks.com.
Hello, Trouble. And he's got a friend. It's Benny on the Beat on 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Sponsored by Black and Blue Sports. Now let's send it back to Studio B.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. I'm here with Twangtown Paramours. And we're having a good time in here trying to learn a lot about them. I'm a new convert.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I started listening to you. I heard a couple when Jenny had told me about it. I listened to a few of them and I really liked it. You've got a good, I don't know, a blend, a harmony with each other. I know he sings light, but you sing good, and he blends in with you. It's in the background, you can hear it, and I really enjoy that.
Well, good.
It's really a good combo.
Yeah.
Y'all make a good combo.
Love harmonies.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Now, the song that we're fixing to play, give us a little information about the name of it, who wrote it.
Okay, so this is a tune I wrote with Paul Kraft.
Okay.
So Paul passed away in 2014. He was just getting his into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And he had a stroke that night.
Oh, no.
But Paul, so this is one of the last tunes that Paul wrote, and I was proud to be part of it. And it's one of the last batch of tunes he wrote. Paul wrote "Keep Me From Blown Away," Linda Ronstadt. A whole bunch of people cut it. I think Johnny Cash sang it too.
Oh, cool.
He wrote "Midnight Flyer" for the Eagles. He wrote "Drop Kick Me Jesus." I think Bobby Barrett. Did Bobby Barrett do that one?
I think so.
He did "It's Me Again, Margaret." That the comedy.
Ray Stevens. I remember that one.
Yeah.
I thought when I heard that, I said, that's Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
It was Ray Stevens. Yeah. And he wrote. We say "Brother Jukebox."
No,
Yeah.
that's it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyhow, so Paul and I wrote this one. It's called
Before She Found a Way.
Before She Found a Way.
That's what love is for, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Keep him in check.
All right. Let's give it a shot. Ready?
this is how it felt when he was still with her. Before she found a way, before she found a way, before she found a way to fall out of love with him. She doesn't think about him, and to think he once thought she couldn't live without him. Before she found a way, before she found a way, before she found a way to fall out of love with him. A new kind of love they thought they'd found somehow, but new has a way of growing old, and now life still goes on, we say, but never quite as sweet as yesterday. Before she found a way, before she found a way, before she found a way to fall out of love with him. But never quite as sweet as yesterday. Before she found a way, before she found a way, before she found a way to fall out of love with him. Before she found a way to fall.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
That was good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Mike, when you would step in with the harmony there, it felt kind of like a Simon and Garfunkel type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I don't know. It's funny because I listen to a lot of bluegrass harmony.
Uh-huh.
I think there's a little bit in that song where the parts move or
Yeah.
maybe they normally wouldn't.
Yeah, that's my favorite background part that you do.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
So what was the name of it again?
Before She Found a Way.
Before she found a way.
Now, is that on your newest album, or was it on your previous album?
It's on our brand new album.
It's on your brand new, okay.
Right, and let's promote that again. It's called The Wind Will Change Again by the Twangtown Paramours. You can find it online. I mean, you go to their website if you want a hard copy of it. And give me the website one more time.
The Twangtownparamours.com.
Perfect, thank you. Glad you had that top of mind. But
His hat.
that's right, Dad gummit. But
It's right there.
as he tunes, that's the good thing about tuning. But anyways, you can find that Apple Music, I'm sure Amazon Music, Spotify, anywhere you get your streaming, it's there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, when did y'all move to Nashville?
Well, 2 different times. So, Mary Beth,
I moved in 1991 with my first husband.
Okay.
Because it's country music now. You know, you have to be married at least twice to be able to write about it, right?
I just found out that one of my favorite new artists, Zach Top, has been divorced, and I was like, oh, I get it now. Now I see where he's been able to write about some of this stuff. So you have a point.
Right.
Oh, man.
And I've been here since 2003.
2003. Okay.
Yeah, we've been
Now,
here a while.
where did you come from previously? Did you stay in New York all your...
No, I've lived all over the place. I think right before that I lived in Mississippi for a little while.
Okay.
I lived in Vermont for a long time. I went to music school out in L.A.
Okay.
I've been
Been around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, what being, I know, coming up young, I know you probably started young with the guitar playing.
Yes.
So when did you start playing?
When I was 8.
8.
Yeah. I learned guitar backwards from what most people do. Most people, they listen to the radio and they strum away and they get in their little garage band and then their music gets more sophisticated.
Right.
And they move towards, maybe R&B and some jazz, and maybe they'll start listening to classical. I was the opposite.
Oh, yeah.
My mom was a classical piano player.
Okay.
And she was a piano teacher, which is why I don't play the piano.
Right.
We'll
get into that when we get to the therapy part of the program.
Right. But that's why I don't play the piano, because she was a piano teacher. We tried, but you should not take piano lessons from your mom. We found that out. So she said to me at age 8, well, if you're not gonna keep up with the piano, then you're gonna play something. I said, well, the guitar, because I like the Beatles.
Yeah. There you go.
So I started with classical guitar, and then later on I moved into jazz, and then rock and R&B and country, and
everything.
It was totally opposite.
Well, I guess that's good, because I know learning play an instrument. I've always tried. I tried to get Chase to teach me guitar, but it didn't work.
No.
He's a good teacher. Don't get me wrong. It's just these fingers are so fat. I was laying on 3 or 4 strings at one time. It's just like, I don't think I'm going to be good at this.
So the upright bass might be good for you.
There you go. Yeah,
there you go. Or maybe a piano might be better for me.
Piano. Yeah.
We bring your upright bass next time. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
But that's very cool.
So now when y'all travel, is it just you two, or do you have other guys that accompany you?
Most of the time it's just us.
Okay.
But like for instance, the last record we did before this one was a full out blues and retro rock band. And we did some dates with our friends up in New York State, and we had some great players on that. And we're talking about putting together a Nashville version of that band with some of our friends.
See, so we can play around town more.
Right.
Yeah. I know a good rhythm guitarist.
Yeah.
Well, me or not. In Nashville, it's easy to do, man. I mean, you can throw a rock and hit all-star musicians.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the great things about living here is.
And I think that's the draw for most people. There's so many people here in that industry that draws them to Nashville. Of course, my dad was in the motel restaurant business, so we had 2, one on 4th Avenue, one on 8th Avenue, motels. And so they would come in, artists would come in to go to different studios to record, and you got to talk to them, and the one I remember the most was the Imperials, who backed up Elvis. They stayed at our motel, so I got to see Armin Morales, Terry Blackwood, and Mr. Gordon, and there was one other, and I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but they would practice, and you could hear them, and it was just like, wow, this is neat, being this close, it's coming up as a kid, and then so it was for me, it was an exciting time, so.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Nashville's just growing with all kinds of stuff just going on, so.
Yeah, like apartments.
yeah. And them expensive apartments.
Yeah. Well, and talking about musicians, you had a lot of really cool folks play on this last album. I circled Jeff Taylor because I just love him.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
Yeah.
And he played accordion on one of the tunes.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the accordion guy in town.
He really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him. He played on the Opry a few weeks ago. I think it was behind Riders in the Sky. I think that's who he played with. Of course, he had. Yeah, he had the like a nudie suit type of thing on, or maybe even more elaborate than that. But you want to shout out any of these guys? I mean, you've got Jim Van Cleve on fiddle and viola.
Yeah, Jim's like. I have to, Jim, I love you so much.
There you go.
He's like my favorite fiddle player of all time. He's so emotional when he plays. Like he captures the emotion. We talked about that earlier.
Right.
He captures the emotion of the song on his fiddle, and I just love him. You're the bomb. We just love him. So you should hire him if you need a really good fiddle player.
There you go.
There you go.
Jim Van Cleve, folks.
Yeah, there you go. Big shout out.
That's right. That's right.
Well, now, I know we got about 10 or 12 minutes. So we got a couple more songs, right?
Let's do them. Let's
Okay.
do Sincerely Yours No More.
Okay, so I have to.
This is really a bluegrass tune.
Maybe somebody will hear it. That's a bluegrass.
We're not really a bluegrass band.
Well, that's all right. Our main guy of the morning, Wayne Hitchcock, who's a DJ, he's a big bluegrass fan.
We love bluegrass.
He plays a lot of bluegrass.
Yeah, in the morning you'll hear him playing everything from Joe Diffie's bluegrass records, Claire Lynch, Bella Fleck.
Claire.
Do you know Claire?
We got to open for her once. She's
Really?
Yeah.
lovely. Yeah.
Well, while you get tuned up, let's talk about.
Tuner died.
Yeah, did it really?
Tuner does.
Where's your tuner?
Here you go.
Here.
I don't need
You know what? That's where if I was a good guitar player, I would have not only my guitar, but my case and my tuner and spare picks and spare straps. And
Well, I don't think that makes you a good guitar player. It just means you're
ready for any kind of
something, you know.
extra
Ready
strings.
for the tornado. That's all.
but my point is I would lend them. That's my point. I'd lend them to you.
Well,
So you've got a total of 4 albums? Is that
we
right?
had 4 albums.
Okay.
We had 4 albums.
Okay.
And when did your first one come out?
2010.
2010. Okay. You try to do it every
tuners everywhere.
3 or 4 years?
Well, there was a big break between album 2 and 3. I don't
Because
know.
I know what it was. There were children in college.
Oh, that's enough to drive
There were
you.
2 children in college.
Maybe you ought to write a bunch of songs about
And make some money.
I tried to convince them to be ignorant, but they didn't want to do it.
So we put 2 children to college in 8 years. They followed each other. They're 4 years apart.
Yeah.
And so that was all our making record monies went to the universities, Oberlin and Western Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
They got all our money. But we have educated children now, so
Yeah, that's good.
they're off the payroll.
Yeah, well, maybe they ought to put you back on the payroll.
On their payroll, right?
That's wonderful.
So this is a bluegrass tune, but I was saying we're really not a bluegrass band. I'm hoping I have to shop this tune around. I'm hoping some bluegrass artists will do
Well, we
better
know
job.
several that's been here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's called Sincerely Yours No More. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I wrote you all those love notes on sleepless nights for years. I left them in the kitchen and on pillows stained with tears behind that wall you had. I couldn't reach you. I've tried, darling. I know I said forever. Now you find this letter by the door. But I'm leaving on a train bound for better. Signed, sincerely yours no more. You're like a call that's disconnected. No one's on the phone. All I hear is silence. Whenever you were home, how'd we get off track? You don't ever answer, so no need to write back. Darling, I know I said forever. Now you find this letter by the door. Well, I'm leaving on a train bound for better. Signed, sincerely yours no more. Here we go. I can't stay any longer while you break this heart of mine. I try to send a postcard somewhere down the line. You'll understand. I hope. So goodbye, like they say. That's all she wrote.
I'm leaving on a train bound for better. Signed, sincerely yours no more. I'm leaving on a train bound for better. Signed, sincerely yours no more. No
Yeah, you even got producer Brandon applauding.
Classical like that.
Yeah, he's a good guy, isn't he?
And that was number one song on your album. It's your number one track on the
Right,
Wind Will
it
Change
is.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, track
That's
number
cool.
one.
Now, I was reading this earlier, and I got to read it for verbatim because it says in February 22, their third album, Double Down. This is the one right here, Double Down. On a Bad Thing came in at number 11 on the UK Indie Blues chart, number 18 on the US Contemporary Blues chart. But this is the part I like. The Christmas bonus track was played over 215,000 times in 16,000 US stores and malls last December.
Right.
And
It was?
another song from the album is currently being played about 60,000 times a week in over 20,000 US stores and malls.
Wow.
If you were shopping, maybe you got
Especially
to
at
hear
Christmas
it.
time. You know,
Yeah.
it's called My Gingerbread Man.
That's why I felt so compelled to buy that gingerbread house in Hobby Lobby.
That was it. You heard My Gingerbread Man.
Yeah.
Now I know it ain't Christmas, but can y'all play that one? You think you know it enough? I ain't gonna, if you can't, don't worry about
Can
it.
you do it?
We'll play another one.
I can sing it.
That's crazy.
I think it would be a bad idea.
Okay, all right, that's okay.
That's an honest answer.
That's an honest answer. That's what
That's the correct-
in a long time.
We usually
Yeah.
sing it with a band. When
Yeah.
we do it
But
with
we've
a
pulled
band.
it off.
We've done
Around,
it,
I think the last time we did it was
probably Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Before Christmas.
Before
Yeah.
Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Been
you,
a lot of
But that's
playing in
that's
between.
pretty interesting fact. That's a lot of malls.
that is
Yeah,
interesting.
Sun Malls.
Yeah.
CarMax, Walmart. Yeah.
How do you get that kind of deal?
Best Buy.
Well, there was a promoter who helped us out, who
Okay.
does that for us.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We have a couple of people really helping us. One who's really important to us
Is
named
Jenny Foley.
Jenny Foley.
She
our
was
friend.
Sitting
here
right
in the
here.
studio with
Yeah.
us.
This is where the cameraman would normally go. "Meh."
Pan over to her, but since she don't want to be on
She's
camera,
hiding. She's
She
hiding
doesn't
over
like
in
to
the
be on
corner.
camera.
she's in what they call shyness mode.
But she's wonderful.
We love
She's
her,
been
and we're so
wonderful to
grateful to her. Yes, she has really helped
Well,
us.
Jenny's a good promoter, and she does a lot for a lot of artists. And
She does.
I'm proud to know her here. And,
Yeah, thanks, Jenny.
Yeah. So what last song would y'all like to end on?
Let's do the Jimmy Dale Gilmore song. This
Okay,
is
I'll
actually a
have to play
cover.
it. Okay, good. There's
and
no
this-
tuning when you don't play it.
Nice.
Jimmy Dale Gilmore is a Texas icon, and he's part of a band called the Flatlanders with Joe Ely and Butch Hancock. And a lot of people in the South don't know about him. In the Northeast, Midwest, a lot of people do know about him.
California.
California.
All West, yeah.
And in Texas, he's all over the place.
He's revered in Texas.
He's this wonderful guy, a very spiritual fellow who he teaches songwriting, and I get to sometimes be his assistant in his songwriting class, and I've toured with him on upright bass. And Jimmy's just one of the most wonderful and helpful people we've ever met. He's been very kind to us.
Yes, he's been a big
And
mentor.
this is his one of a couple of his signature tunes. It's called "Tonight I Think I'm Going to Go Downtown."
And he approved of our version. So.
All right. Well,
Important note.
Yes.
He did. Ready?
Tonight I think I'm gonna go downtown. Tonight I think I'm gonna look around for something I couldn't see when this world was more real to me. Yeah, tonight
think I'm gonna go downtown. I told my love 1,000 times that I can't say what's on my mind, but he would never see that this world's just not real to me. Yeah, tonight I think I'm gonna go downtown. Tonight I think I'm gonna go downtown. Tonight I think I'm gonna look around for something I couldn't see when this world was more real to me. Yeah, tonight I think I'm gonna go downtown. Yeah, tonight I think I'm gonna go downtown.
Wow, good song. You know what? When I hear that song, it made me think of the Eagles.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And Joe Walsh on guitar, and then that sort of a laid back
yeah,
sort
you're
of feeling.
kind of like first album, Peaceful Easy Feeling
Yeah,
type of
exactly.
vibe.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking, like, if I was stressed, I'm going to put that on and sit in a dark room for a minute and, like, look at nature or something.
Yeah.
Like, go outside and just put that in, and it's like, all right, calm down,
It's a beautiful song.
It is.
Yeah,
a beautiful
absolutely.
song.
Now, did you co-write it with him, or it was just all
I
his?
wish, but
Yeah.
no, he wrote that with a guy named John Reed.
John Reed.
He wrote
okay.
that a long time ago. It's one of his signature tunes.
And he does it more faster than we do. He does it more up tempo.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Wow.
Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming. Mary Beth, Mike,
you.
appreciate
Thank
y'all.
y'all so
And
much
Twangtown
for
This is
Paramour. Now,
fun. Yeah.
one more time, give them the website for they know
There you
how to
go.
go.
It is www.twangtownparamours.com.
All right, sounds good. And get the album. When
the
will
album.
change
Yeah,
again.
get the
And they
album.
got all of them on there, but this when will change again is the latest.
Yes.
Okay. Thank y'all for coming in. I
Thank y'all
appreciate y'all
so
for
much.
all you do, and I've really enjoyed it. I really have.
Yeah, and hey,
We did too.
random idea, come back at Christmas time and do the Christmas song.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That way you
You want us, we'll be here.
All right, sounds
That's
good.
right. You want it, you got it.
All right, this has been Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting with Twangtown Paramour. Join you next week.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14, East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.